do you need any kind of qualifications, or do you need be part of an association to be an arbiter, or does it not? As long as the two people agree.
In most countries, there is no qualifications requirements for an arbitrator. Arbitrator doesn't have to be a lawyer. In many cases, it's highly desirable that he shouldn't be, notably, or she shouldn't be, notably in situations involving shipping or engineering or construction, where you want somebody who actually understands the engineering behind the problem. There are some countries that do impose restrictions on who can be an arbitrator. Notably, Saudi Arabia requires the arbitrator to be male and Muslim, but that's pretty rare. Italy, until 1983, required you to be an Italian national, but that's long gone. So by and large, you can be an arbitrator regardless of whether you have any relevant qualifications. That's not to say there aren't qualifications around. The Chartered Institute of Arbitrators in London offers to arbitrators all over the world Fellowship of the Chartered Institute of Arbitrators, which is sort of a qualification as an arbitrator, if you like, and for which you have to show you're capable of writing a decent award, notably, which is all very important stuff. We do have panels of arbitrators which you can apply to become members of, and for which there is sometimes an admission test. I'm a member of the WIPO domain name panel, which isn't technically an arbitration panel, but it's more or less the same thing. And for that, you typically have to do a specimen case and reach the required standard. If you do, then you get admitted and invited onto the panel. So we do have that. There is real concern in arbitration, as there has been for 30, 40 years now, about the lack of diversity in arbitrators. We need more women. We need more ethnic minorities represented in the various countries where arbitration is practiced at its height, notably in Western Europe and the USA. These are all concerns that affect choices of judges as well. But we don't have qualifications for arbitrators. There was, some years ago, the Dennis Wise case, which started off as an arbitration in which the two arbitrators were Frank Clark, who'd been the manager of Nottingham Forest, and before that a very distinguished footballer, and Robbie Earle, a former Wimbledon player. They were the two arbitrators. They had as the chairman a retired Court of Appeal judge, Philip Otten. And Philip Otten said afterwards that he really hoped that people like Robbie Earle and Frank Clark would train as arbitrators, because they would be significant contributors to arbitration in the field of sport, where there is an absence or aren't quite as many as one would like participants in sport who also know how to arbitrate.